Live from the Buffalo Wild Wings studio, here's Sports Nightly.
Can you believe October is 3 days away? Man, welcome into Sports Nightly. I'm Bonsu. Tonight we head to the ballpark for game number 162, Tigers and Guardians vying for an AL Central crown. Plus, we check in with Toledo football after a dominating win over Akron on Saturday, but we begin with the NFL. Week 4, finally here, Lions and Browns. Detroit looking for a third straight win. The Lions have allowed an opening drive touchdown in every game this season. 4th and goal for Cleveland at Detroit's 1-yard line. Quinshon Judkins finds the end zone. Second touchdown of the season for the rookie. Browns go up 7-0. On the next drive, Lions in the red zone now. 1st and goal. Stop me if you heard this before. Jahmyr Gibbs scores a touchdown. 4th TD of the season for Gibbs. Detroit ties this game up. A little over 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Lions up 10-7. Goff dropping back and finding Amon-Ra St. Brown. He had a pair of scores today. That connection is something else. Receiving TD number 6 for Amon-Ra this season. That leads the NFL. Detroit led 20-7 at the break. The Lions go on to dominate 34-10. What about some club football? Toledo taking on the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. 12:41 left in the first quarter, 3rd and goal, no score. Devin Ruffin goes right up the gut and into the end zone. Rockets take a 7-0 lead. We move ahead. Rockets up 9-0 now. Glass City Academy alum Quavon Henry takes the handoff, and he's got a one-way ticket to the end zone. 31 yards to the house. Rockets went for 2 and converted. UT up 17-0. Toledo was up 36-zip at the break and go on to dominate. Your final score is 49-6. That game was on the BCSN Plus app. If you haven't already, what are you doing? Download it now from the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, Amazon App Store. All you have to do is search BCSN. Why? Because live local sports are always on the BCSN Plus app. There's a big difference between Toledo at home and on the road. At the Glass Bowl, the Rockets are rocking out to the tune of a 3-0 record. UT is putting up 50 points per game at home. And look at that, over 500 yards of total offense on average. But the road numbers aren't exactly the type of song you want to bump your head to. Points per game, you can chop that down by more than triple. Average yardage, a little under 305 a game went away. Why is Toledo a Beethoven-like symphony at home and nails on a chalkboard on the road?
It's good to be in front of our people. It's got great, pageantry here at our stadium. It's your own locker room. You're comfortable. You're in your rhythm and you're in your groove. And we fortunately got off to good starts.
Women's soccer, Central Michigan and Bowling Green. The Falcons are unbeaten in their past 8 matches. 29 minutes into the match, Ellie Poole hits a through ball to Emma Stransky. Stransky evades the keeper and puts it in the back of the net. Stransky has a team-high 6 goals this season. BG up 1-0. 42nd minute, Gabby Lamparty in the middle of the field dishes to Lizzie Boltnick. The junior has her first goal of the season to double BG's lead. And not even 2 minutes later, it's Boltnick running onto the cleared ball, but there's no one in the box for her to cross to. Does that matter? Not a single bit. Boltnick, yet another goal. And not only did she score her first goal in over 2 years, but today she scores 2 for the first time in her career. Falcons take a 3-0 lead and go on to dominate 4-0. BG makes it 9 straight matches unbeaten. Next up, the Battle of I-75 against Toledo on Thursday. September is Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month. It's a month dedicated to promoting research and raising awareness for children battling cancer. And for one Maumee football player, this month is used to reflect on the cancer battle he fought and won 15 years ago.
I'm always thinking about it. I'm always trying to study some film. I'm always trying to get that 1% better.
It's always been football. It's always been football for him.
15 years ago, for Maumee lineman Jackson Schneider, lacing up a pair of cleats was far from a possibility.
He was having trouble going to the bathroom and went to the hospital, and they diagnosed it with just constipation. Oh, he's just constipated. So middle of the night, they sent me home with a fleet enema.
Jackson was only 2 years old. A week and a half later, things got worse.
I remember just sitting on the couch with my parents next to me and just throwing up into trash cans, bowls, everything.
He would dry heave, he would cough, and he couldn't even keep fluids or liquids down. So we took him to our pediatrician for follow-up.
A scan of Jackson's stomach later revealed what was thought to be an intussusception, or telescoping of the bowels. Jackson had to be moved from St. Rita's Hospital in Lima to Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus.
And we're trying to hold Jack down so they can do the air enema. And I mean, he is squirming and fighting and screaming.
The air enema didn't work, leading Jackson to surgery.
He has a spark in his eye. He has these big green eyes. He's really strong, and he was lifeless and limp because he'd given up. Sorry.
Surgery revealed a golf ball-sized mass in Jackson's intestines. The previous diagnosis of an intussusception was incorrect.
We got the diagnosis of it was some type of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It was the worst moment of my life.
Jackson had cancer.
And the first thing the oncologist said to me, Dr. Martin, she had said, I asked that you don't Google this. You might lose him and he might die because of the treatment.
That June, Jackson began chemotherapy.
Within 24 to 48 hours, he lost all color in his skin. He lost his appetite. He had sores in his mouth.
I remember also just vaguely waking up, pulling tubes out of my nose, and like people telling me to stop doing it, but I just remember waking up doing that over and over again.
I remember these numbers. He weighed 27 pounds when he went in there. So, 2-year-old. So he lost a third of his body weight. That's like a tremendous amount. So you can imagine what that looked like, that little kid.
Through Jackson's treatment, the Schneider family was home in Lima for only 14 days. One of those days was Father's Day.
We just couldn't get him to eat, And I remember sitting on the couch and he's sitting right next to me and he ate half a popsicle. And that was like the best Father's Day gift that I had ever gotten in my life, and still probably to this day.
3 months later, in September 2010, Jackson's cancer went into remission.
Most of the families and kids that we met that summer during treatment, they didn't get to take their children home. They didn't survive. Jack is one of the very few who did.
Jackson still had routine checkups after finishing chemo. His family moved to Kentucky, where Jackson began his football journey.
Jack found something in football.
Yeah.
He found something in football that really spoke to him.
As Jackson grew older, he started to understand what he'd been through. Over a decade later, he uses that as fuel as he plays for Maumee.
I feel like whenever there's something hard, whenever there's something I really don't want to do, or there's something that challenges me, I kind of do it for the people that didn't make it, or for the people who might not make it. I'm going to go full go for those kids. Even though it doesn't affect them, I feel like it affects me a little bit, because it gives me that last 5-10% of drive that some teenagers may not be able to find within themselves.
Schneider has multiple offers to play college football. The road to his final year of high school ball hasn't been easy. And while life may throw other challenges his way, it's nothing the senior can't handle.
As long as I go through life with the same dedication and the same fight and drive that I did with cancer, I know I'll be fine.
In Maumee, I'm Yao Bonsu, BCSN. I asked Darcy and Jeremy why relive that battle 15 years later. They told me it's to raise awareness, and because Jackson has a voice and a story that can capture the hearts of other people. And boy, were they right. According to the American Cancer Society, over 9,500 children in the U.S. will be diagnosed with cancer this year. 85% of those children will survive 5 years or more. As for Jackson, he's a part of a survivorship program at Nationwide Children's Hospital and goes every summer for a checkup, among other tests. He also opted into a genetic study to continue raising awareness for pediatric cancer.